Where's your focus? If someone's going to show you the goods, prove it to you in front of witnesses that this is how the market's going to deliver price, and they have rule-based ideas, and it says, now watch how the market gravitates to this level here. My teaching style is I'm not going to put you in the trade. I'm going to show you where the market's going to go. Why did I do that? Because I know that all of you have a different personality that's going to lead to you seeing a bullish order block, and you have no affinity for the fair value gap. You don't know how to pick an order block, but you can see a fair value gap, and that's your model right there. Or, hey, I only trade breakers, bro. Breakers are nothing. Okay. I'm allowing you as my students to bring that personality, that choice of PD array. There's nothing that says that PD array is better than the other one, unless you want to mathematically define it by which one formed first and how much it yields to the target. That's the only way you can adequately say which one's better. And I'm saying that, regretting it already, because you're now thinking, okay, so now my pursuit, he's saying, without saying it, it's code word to look. I didn't say that at all. Not everything I say is a mystery. Not everything that I'm saying is meant for you to go in and start thinking, he just said something. Let me start cracking the code. It's this plain, simple logic. Your choice of PD array is perfect for you at this moment in your career and your development. It doesn't mean that that's going to be the one that you stick with all the time. But once you learn how to use it, you have that behind you now. It's in your belt, okay, your utility belt. It's in your toolbox as a trader. And then you explore the use of another PD array. And over time, you might have 2 or 3 that you got really, really good with, but you'll learn how to use all of them to agree that the trade you're in is still good. That's the graduating approach to using what I'm teaching you. Find one to start and get a baseline understanding. You have to have a beginning baseline. How often does it deliver? How many times is it delivered at that time of day? What time of day? The opening, 9:30, 10 o'clock, the opening range. 1:30 to 2 o'clock, the PM session, opening range. London, you start the day with True Day at midnight to 12:30. That first 30 minutes. That's how I started trading the Globex with currency futures. That was my opening range. That was it. It still works today. It still works today. ICT, what are you going to do when they make NQ? They take away the stop in the afternoon. They're going to change the algorithm. No, they ain't. Because they cannot hide liquidity. There's always going to be inefficiencies. And there's going to be people that did something wrong. And I know what they are doing when they're doing it wrong. I told you, I got tricks I've never shown before. It could literally turn everything upside down, and I'll still be out here doing what I'm doing right now. That's confidence, folks. You can't buy that from a course. You can't learn that from a mentor. I've been doing this far too long to worry about what they're going to do to change it because they don't like I'm teaching people how to become rich. They cat's out of the bag, baby. CME, kiss my ass. You can't stop us. You can't stop us. Period. Your pipe and smoke it, you sons of bitches. You can't stop us. You can't do shit to stop us. Yeah, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing. Make the market move all around. Do it. Move it all around. Clear the board. You can't keep it up because those large influx of flows that come in that you want to get those fees from when trades are taken, they're going to dry up. You got to calm that shit down real fast. You got to calm it down. Bring that volatility back in check so these large institutions feel comfortable. Because they're not comfortable right now. These are all little storms that last for a short period of time. The new trader, you don't see it that way. They're changing the world's algorithms. No, they're not. They're disrupting things. Of course they're doing it. That doesn't mean they're changing things that you're going to be using in the future for the rest of your career. So what if they do away with a new day opening gap? I got tools that they don't know I got. There's things that are just tucked in behind the code just behind that source code that they don't know shit about. So I ain't worried about that. And neither should you. You have other things that you could be doing besides that. There's other things I taught you besides the new day opening gap. There's nothing for you to worry about. There's no fear that you have to concern yourself with. Nothing. You shouldn't be obsessive about nothing, period. Long and short is, all of these PD arrays in concert with very specific pools of liquidity within specific times of the day, days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, beginning and end of the weekly range. What happens if it's quiet on Monday and Tuesday? Well, you know what's happening on Wednesday and Thursday. You're going to have range expansion. Where do they lead the relative equal highs and lows on Monday and Tuesday? Because that's what they're going to gun on Wednesday and Thursday. How do you know that? Well, I know with a 90% likelihood it's going to happen like that when the economic calendar says there ain't nothing to worry about on Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday, boom. What happens when they have CPI and PPI? Nobody can predict that. I don't try to stand in front of it. When I was younger, I tried. Now it's picking up my ass with broken fingers and missing teeth. It's not fun. It would cleanly sever you. Let it happen. Let it happen. See what they left. Because the first point of indication you have right there, as soon as they rip that market higher or lower, the lower high that formed at 8:30 when that news report comes out, that's where they're going to take it back to. Because they know somebody gambled. And they're going to come back there and knock them off and keep running over top of them and go the other direction, or go back in the same direction and do half of the move that the report came out, or continuously go in that run after the report came out. These are things that can't be hidden from you, folks. But see, you don't think that way because you're looking for the Reaper, the Wraith, the Silver Bullet's second cousin. You're always looking for something new that this is going to be easier for you. Notice it's not getting any easier for you. It's still staying the same. But I'm giving you a menu to choose from how you're going to sit at the table and eat. How are you going to do it? What utensils are you going to use? You're going to feed yourself with a butter knife? Or are you going to use the spoon? The fork? Think about it. It's etiquette. You have to use proper etiquette when you're dealing with the marketplace. Which PD array are you going to eat off of? When you get down, when you sit at a nice five-star restaurant, you don't sit down and say, hey, you, take a look at this. I'm here. Watch this. And start just grabbing whatever you want with your hands. Or eating with the wrong fork. Instead of a salad fork, you're eating with the entree fork. You're messing things up. There's an etiquette to it. And you have to know what your model and what its approach is and how it's used. That's etiquette. You're not trying to do things outside your model. You're not trying to do something that you're not supposed to be doing. All of these setups I've mentioned, these conditions, they have an infinite level of yielding supply to you. I could remain silent for the rest of my days on this earth. And what I've said to you today, for those who have been with me for a while, and you understand what I said, because I know some of you are brand new, you're like, I have no idea what this guy's talking about. Why is he yelling? It gets your attention because I know some of you are falling asleep or bored. Grabbing you by your lapels and shaking you. Listen, you're looking at the wrong things and obsessing about the wrong stuff. This is what you should focus on. That's what makes me ICT. I know what time it is. I know what time it is. I also know what time it's going to get there. I'll never teach you that. But I can teach you when it will start. It doesn't do anything to me. Can't get in trouble doing that. Bottom line is, you're seeing my students doing it. And there's a new influx of new students proving they can do it in their own hands. I'm not guiding them. I'm not guiding them. They have worked for it themselves. They put the time in. They worked on studying. They back tested. They don't care what anybody else says about me or whatever I taught. They don't care about that stuff because they have seen enough. The little bit of study they've done, they say, I see something there. I'm not going to let go of this like a pit bull in a pork chop. I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go, damn it. I'm going to figure this out. And you need to have that tenacity. Because if you don't have that tenacity, you won't make it here as a trader. I don't give a shit if you're learning from me or someone else. I don't care. You need to know that this is for you. No one's taking it from you. Try me. I ain't never letting go. That's your attitude. That's how you're supposed to have it, that mentality. If you don't have that, you need to muster it. You need to build it up inside you and say, you know what? This is from me. No one's taking it from me. And I'm not going to be denied. You can't. You can't withhold this from me. When you have that, unstoppable. Unstoppable. And then when you have the model in your hand and you know exactly how you're going to perform with it, you have no idea. You have no idea the potential you have then. Every goal that you ever set, smashed. Every goal that you ever imagined within your reach, smashed. And you look around and think, man, I did not have high enough goals. This was too easy. This was too easy. But while you're going through it, it seems impossible. It seems like you're never going to get there. You'll never get there if you quit. If you listen to other people, you're never going to get there. You're inviting people that are stupid. They're ill-informed. They have no idea what they're talking about. They're not doing it, so why are you even listening to them? They're not doing it. So why are you taking other people's advice that aren't doing shit? If they're not doing better than you, they don't have any opinion on how to make you better. But you all listen to that stuff. Cut it out. Cut all that stuff out. Go right to the core of what you're doing this for. You want to be self-sufficient. You want to be able to make this money on your own. You don't want to listen to me. You don't want to listen to anybody else. You don't even want to be on social media. Fuck these people. You don't want to give a shit about what they say about you. You don't care. You don't give a shit if they see what house you live in. You don't give a shit what kind of car you drive, how much money you got in the fucking bank. You don't care about none of that because you're living your life. You're taking care of your family. If it fucking offends you, I don't give a shit. Move on down the fucking road because this is where the rubber meets the road, folks. No one's going to protect you. I can't protect you. You're going to fuck it up if you fuck it up and you did it in your own hands. But if you do the due diligence and say, I'm cutting all the bullshit out today. I'm cutting it all out. I got no excuses now. He said it. I got no excuses. It's there. It's in the charts every single day, every single week. What am I going to do with it? Not one of my students is doing everything I ever taught. Not one of them. The ones that are millionaires, they found one thing that made sense to them and said, fuck everything else. I don't need it. This works. This works. It works in my hands. I don't lose sleep over it. It's what I needed the whole time, and I recognized it, and I don't tinker with it. I don't try to improve it. It delivers. Done. You don't go in and tell your boss, you know what? I worked last week. I said to myself, you know what this guy needs? I need to fucking work for half my salary. I need to do my due diligence to make this company better. Fuck it. I'm giving half of my time, half of my salary for my time because you know what? I care about this company. No, you're never going to do that. You're never going to do that. But that's exactly what you're doing when you half-ass trying to learn this. This is the hardest, easy money you've ever made. And the only thing that complicates it is the person you see in the mirror. How long are you going to let that person in the reflection of that mirror hold you back? You got to tell that person that you're looking at in that mirror, why are you dragging ass? Why do you keep messing us up? Move out of the way so we can get there. It doesn't matter who else agrees with us. It doesn't matter who else believes in us. I believe in me. I believe I'm going to do it. You may not see it yet, but when I look at you again, months, weeks, years from down the road, you're going to see what I already see because this mirror lies. It's showing you something that you don't look like when I look at you. You think you look like that person in the reflection of that mirror. You don't. You don't. It's backwards. And it's not shocking when you think about how we think ass backwards. We think about things backwards because we don't think we deserve it. Bullshit. You deserve it. The fact that you're still listening to me, bloviate. You know you want it. You can fucking taste it. It's within grasp. You know it's there. You just gotta keep digging. It's gonna happen for you. It's going to happen. You think fucking Kyle didn't feel like he was defeated a couple times in the beginning? Of course he did. Kane, you think he couldn't fucking have a bad day and think, man, it's just never gonna happen for me, bro. What's going on? I have dozens other ones that I'm begging for them to come forward. Not because I'm selling a mentorship, but I want them to know that, want you all to know, they're not the only millionaires. They're not the only millionaires. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about your opinion. Why? Because they're living their life anew, brand new, new step, new spring in their step. Why? Because they don't need ICT no more. And guess what, baby? That's exactly what you do when you graduate. Fuck you, ICT. Thanks, brother. See ya. That's exactly how I want you to do. I don't want you tethered to me. I don't want you constantly tethered to me. I want you to say, thank you so much, but I ain't got time to be messing with you no more. I got things to do, places to be. Boom. That's exactly how you leave the nest. That's it. We're done.